Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations again to check out this week. So the very first creation we're looking at right now, by the way, all of these are for Reforged in 2. The very first creation here is the Frigate Cayman by armsyura. And this looks like a pretty cool, I would guess, a combat CB. Stripped down from a lot of guns right now, how it sits, but yeah, definitely very cool looking block work on it. Goes with the author's theme, and I've looked at quite a few builds from the same author, and they all have this particular looking general style to them with colors and textures and things like that. But there's quite a barrage of different ships out there, and this one certainly looks like a combat ship. Oh, what an interesting rear setup here. It's using a single forward thruster. Oh, it's got a little hangar up above there. That's cool, using some blast doors to protect that. It's got a force field on the inside of that as well to keep the air inside. Got some steam vents over here. Got to have those. It's got some purple texture light accents in various places too. Sorry, when I look in that one direction there, Ed, I notice my frame rate is dropping severely. There's a lot of ships over to that side. That's probably why. Maybe I should try to divide them up a little bit more when I'm looking at builds here to avoid the frame rate loss there. Very cool ship though. What I'm definitely seeing though, if you take a look at all these locations like this for turrets, you got like a couple on the side there that are each going to have good line of sight. One is out past the one before it, so it'll be able to shoot above it. There's a lot of that going on the top side of the ship here. And you can see 4 more turret positions right in these locations. It does have one installed there, and then several more in the back part of the ship here too. Again, all with good line of sight, not interfering with the previous turrets. I don't think, well, this one, not really. It's still kind of one block over. And another one in the very back middle here. So on the top, you got a landing pad, and obviously it does have a hangar in there too. Cool looking ship though. I like how the block work's done on it, and the overall shape of it is very cool. Kind of the wedge shape, got a bridge kind of in the center portion of the ship. Yeah, look at that, more turret mount positions off to the sides over here as well. So yeah, very cool, very cool. I'm not seeing a lot of guns on it, and I'm only seeing like the single drive thruster, so I'm not thinking this is going to be terribly expensive the way it sits right now, but obviously it certainly looks like it's built to be a combat CB, and because of that, I'm gonna check out the armory, or the armor on the front of the ship. Did I say armory? Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, it's just something I do on a lot of combat CBs, is to see what's going on the inside with decoys and like Xeno armor blocks, which it kind of looks like a lot of this is. Let me get out my multi-tool. Actually, this is hardened steel in here. It's not Xeno. It could have been Xeno. I think there's a texture for Xeno for that. But we have a decoy thruster right here. Well, it's kind of working. It's not entirely a decoy. It's kind of like a decoy, but it still is functioning. Couple fuel tanks right back over here. But yeah, definitely a lot of armor plating on the front. Got a decoy generator right over here. A little 1x2 generator. And then there's a blast door. It's probably access to get into the inside of the ship right there. So yeah, very cool. All right, so let's get aboard here. I think I'm going to come in through the hangar and see where that leads. Here, I'm going to fly up there a second, then we'll lower down the lights. Get out of God mode here a second. Looks like we have pretty good lighting on the ship there. Let's try there. So yeah. Nice, cool. It definitely has that sci-fi look to it. Oh, you got a couple side compartments there. The hangar is, yeah, nice and detailed. You got a couple of cargo boxes. See 4 of those up in the ceiling. Got a ventilator there. Some interesting stuff going on in the ceiling. It's pretty flat, but yet there's a lot to look at there, which is really cool. So over to the sides here, looks like we've got access to something. Let me hop up one of these tubes here. So you got a CPU core there, and down over here, oh wow, that looks scary. we fall down over here, and we can see some shield parts down in there. So this is kind of like a quick way to get into those. Little computer back in the corner there. There might be other ways too. I don't know. I don't know the layout of the ship. Let me just fly over to this side real quick to see if we got the same thing. It does look that way. So at least we've got, looks like 4 medium shield parts down in that location to start with. Another CPU core there. Alright, so let's go through this front door here. I guess I'm going to go down first, and we'll come back up. Oh, wow, look at this. So we got quite a few decks on here. Let's go this way first. So, down over here, looks like we, oh, is that a RCS down in there? That could be a couple, well, maybe not. Is that? I think that's an RCS. Better look. Yeah, advanced RCS down over there. Looks like just one. It looks like these areas here, I don't know. I was going to, originally, it kind of looked like they could be constructor positions, but the ceiling's not tall enough there. So I think this is a CPU core block area. Could put in some improved cores over here, probably some superior cores here. I think that's what's actually going on in here. It's a CPU core room. And then over here, we have a production area. Well, actually, a advanced constructor. And then over here, we got a gravity generator going on. Some stuff on the ceiling there. Some more CPU cores right up over here. So, yeah, definitely a core room area. And a couple of storage controllers or ammo controllers. Let's go down another deck. So, we got a ground access door right back over here. Definitely cool. Cargo box on the one side. We got another area coming back in here to, looks like a weapon and armor locker. A couple showers in the back room here. It's pretty interesting looking. I like the colors on that. Yeah, that's kind of neat. What are we looking at, though? That's a Pentaxi tank. Okay. Just seeing it from the side view, or the back view there. So I think that's it in this area of the ship. Let's go all the way to this deck, it looks like. So kind of overlooking the hangar over there. And we got a bathroom over on the side. And this looks like definitely crew area. So we got a storage shelf up there. A couple bunk beds. Got to have a computer terminal. Got a nice hardwood floor in here. And let's see if we might have similar on the other side over here. Yep, I think so. Another crew room. I like the bathroom kind of at the end of the hallway there. That's kind of a neat way to do that. So in here, it looks like we got a medical bay. So we got our 4 specialized medical pieces in there, plus our main med bay. And we got a towel rack and storage chests. Nicely set up there. It's all pretty compact in here too. It looks like the interior space is, yeah, it's not that big of a ship, and it's meant for combat. So, hey, it looks like the author did a good job of keeping everything kind of miniaturized in here, which is really cool. So we got a fridge and food processor, place to sit and eat. Even got a Groot over there, or a plant. I think that's an elevator. Let's go down this way, see what we end up going to. Oh, wow. So we got this lower section down over here. Kind of looks like a cargo lift or something. But it looks like it could fit, at least on this side, either like a medium shield part or like a universal constructor. This might be designed to fit something over there too. I'm not sure yet. Oh, that just kind of loops right around. So we kind of went in this circle right back to the other side here. So we got a smaller crew rooms over here, probably for your regulars. The other 2 rooms are probably for the pilot and co-pilot or whatnot. And we got a blast door, and then we're getting into our like decoy generator in the front. So I think that goes all the way to the front there. Yeah, it's actually it feels pretty roomy though. I mean, I definitely kind of like the way this is set up there. Compact to the point. And then right up here, you hop right into the overlooking bridge over the front of the ship, which would be a great first-person view when you're in combat, seeing the ship from this location, seeing all the guns firing and everything like that. Plus, we got O2 and a med bay up in here. Couple passenger seats. And it kind of looks like we got a sneaky little setup over here, too, where you can walk right across the top of the elevator and go out to the landing pad in the back of the ship. So yeah, very, very cool build here. Obviously, a lot of places to put additional weapons. And it looks like definitely some CPU core blocks and things like that, too. Yeah, one last thing I didn't really look at is the bottom of the ship very much. Let me just take a quick fly around there. Oh, wow, check that out. We got a, didn't even notice this. It's really hidden away in there, but we got a long-range radar array in here. Is that that's probably the, is that the real one? It is the real one. It comes stock with the real one. There's a deco part for that, too, so I always like to check to see if it's a deco part or the real one. The only way to really tell is to get out your like multi-tool or something like that and take a look at the part there. But yeah, very, very cool build. Looks like a well set up like combat CV, and I think that's just generally its main goal in life is to blow up the all the bad guys out in the galaxy there. So let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 3, 36 forward, 15 strafing, 28 lift, 25 reverse, and 17 down. Got 12 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks, 4 alarm sentries. Got some weapons on here. It does have a couple target painters too. It's a fairly new feature or option in Reforged Eden 2 at least. And I believe it will, like if you have your turret set to fire, say on the generator of a enemy ship or something like that, it'll kind of put a marker on that where that actually is, where the turrets are firing. So when you have manual firing weapons, you can aim at the same spot, which is very helpful actually. It's usually very difficult to see what you're aiming at when you're in combat, especially with big ships from a distance. So 6 hour and 16-minute build time. Yeah, okay. So the plant fibers in here are probably for the deco plants. Other than that, yeah, pretty. Besides the communication equipment and the advanced upgrade kits for that communication, well, for the radar basically, it's pretty light on its resource costs. CPU wise, set to 410,000 out of 407. This is pretty low actually on the CPU core numbers. I'll check that out. Core 5 only, so that helps keep the price down too. So 2 basic and 2 improved cores only. Let me check the warp drive on here. Does have an advanced warp drive as well. So stock shield, just starting out here, 43,795. We did see additional medium shield parts in the build too when we were walking through it. So that's pretty cool having all that for a core 5. Not even touching core 7 on this one. So you've got, obviously, places to add your improved and superior cores to it to bring it up to a core 9. And then that would allow you to pop in probably some additional shield parts as well as a whole lot of turrets to shoot up all the bad guys and things like that. So, yeah, very, very cool. Obviously, how it's set up right now, though, it is pretty stripped down to keep that core low. And also this single rear thruster over here is... that helps lower the CPU down too. It is a good sized thruster, so a lot of thrust power there, but only having one, it doesn't, doesn't chew up a lot of CPU in there. Now it does have the one RCS, advanced RCS in there. Those do chew up some CPU too. And that is, like, I like the idea, and I've built a couple ships like this too, having a single forward thruster, and I do like it because it usually, especially if you have one drive thruster on a ship this size, that's enough. You don't need necessarily 2. Often you have too much forward thrust then. The only side effect is it kind of hurts a little bit with your secondary movement numbers, like your pitch, yaw, and roll, where those, because you don't have that separation of thrusters on the backside, like you only have one in the center and you don't have like 2 on the outer edges, it can hurt those numbers a little bit. And sometimes like running an RCS or something like that to make up for it can help. And I think that's what the author did here. All right, so let's take a look at its storage. Quite a bit of storage all labeled in here. So we got, looks like 2 640s for crafting in and crafting out. We got equipment, 320. Make sure all these come out to what they should be. Got a 320k ammo bay, block bay. So yeah, if you're a builder, you got to have your place to put all your building blocks with. Reserve ammo, another 320k, so 640k of ammo on here, plus 640 regular, and yeah, it's got a lot of storage on the ship, plus quite a few sort boxes on top of that. So yeah, very cool build here. One last thing I didn't look at is P menu options. So okay, so we do have an option for some power management options here, one for gravity generator, RCS, and crafting. So very nicely set up ship here. Looks like it would be quite useful in game. Let me just look at one last thing and check out the outer hull blocks. Okay, so mixed materials. So we got obviously some combat steel up on the front, and we did see a lot of hardened steel on the inside of that, and then steel in other places. So definitely mixed hull material to keep the weight down, but your armor up where you need it. So yeah, again, very cool build here. This is the Frigate-Kaimon by armsyura. Very nice build. All right, so next one here. This is a pretty interesting looking ship, I gotta say. This is the Zar Spartan by Zar QC. So I think the author's name got the QC added to it. I don't remember that there before, but I do remember the author. Looked at quite a few builds from this author. So this looks like a pretty high-tech, like stealth-like ship. Really cool design work on it. It's unique, but cool. I gotta say, it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a wide body. It's got quite a bit of room in there. The way it's all kind of running the matte, like stealth-like textures is definitely giving me that stealth vibe to it. Plus, it's just the way it's not. It's just set up here. You got a lot of angles, like rigid angles and things like that going with it. So that also plays into the role of kind of being like a stealth ship. A couple really bright lights here on the front. I like how that cockpit's set up in there too. That's kind of neat. So yeah, there's a thin block right on the top there, but yeah, cockpit in there. Looks like some LCD heads-up display in there as well. It's really dark on the bottom side here. Let me get my flashlight out. Got some stealthy vents down over there. No, it's definitely has a really cool stealth look to it. I like that. I recently built some kind of ship too that I have not released that it was kind of doing something like that with the texturing. Trying to be a stealth ship too. This one looks really cool though. I like the wide body design. Obviously, a lot of retractable turrets are mounted in here, all over the place. So every one of these is here. Let's get all its guns out. There's a bunch of them all over the place. Oh yeah, look at that. We got some launchers in the front here too. So yeah, definitely like a fork design combat ship. Just a cool layout. Another cool looking feature here are these. Let me turn that off again. Are these rocket launchers over here? Or let's get the correct name of that. Swarm missile launchers. So that's cool. I like this little cut in right over here too. Looks like you got quick access to getting the ship at that location. One of the features I do like too is this the way this area back over here is set up. I like this kind of 45-degree angled area that kind of comes down there. Kind of looks like some kind of wing design there. I don't know. Again, a very cool looking build here. Put away the gun here. Oh, there you go. And then it's kind of using with its texture light color, kind of that kind of light green, which actually goes really well with it. Yeah, very cool looking build. Again, another combat ship. So let's take a look at its combat materials and things. So combat steel right up here on the front. Wow, this whole area is combat steel. Is the whole ship combat steel? Okay, it goes to steel beyond a certain point here. I think the front fork areas here are going to be our decoy areas for the AI to shoot at. Let's fly in there a second. So, yep, here we go. We got a decoy baby generator in here. Looks like we got a Wi-Fi unit there. And then we get into the interior a little bit further in. Another baby decoy generator on this side as well. So the AI will be trying to shoot these areas out. It'll probably take out these lights fairly quickly once the shield goes down. But other than that, the rest of the ship is going to be having a heyday shooting at it. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize it's got a bunch of these artillery turrets. Well, I think the name on those are different too. Retractable plasma artillery turrets. There we go. It's another interesting feature here. What's under the doors? Oh, are these I think these are like, oh, drone launchers, I think. Yeah, I think these are the drone bay locations here. That's really cool. I like how those are kind of in there. Yeah, I think those are the pads to launch a drone, so we're probably going to have some drone bays itself in the ship somewhere else. I like the LCDs on here, too. It kind of gives it the elegance. It's a cool-looking logo there, too. Yeah, that's neat. It's just using two of those symbols, but slightly different shades of gray, or one's using the alpha transparency a little bit. That's cool. That is cool. And it's using upside down V's for the A's there. I like that. That's a nice, elegant looking logo. All right, and a big old walkway into the ship from the back. This is actually a pretty good sized build here. All right, so let's get aboard here. Trying to pick a good lighting scenario here. Oh, that's cool. All that closes up too. So it even has like a end part there that kind of seals up with some more ramps back over there. But cool looking hangar. I like the lighting and the style. It's gonna got that kind of elegant look to it. So walking along the hangar here, looks like we got some small shield parts over in the sides there. We got, oh, look at this. It's like one of those half doors, but there's a half block in front of it, which works. That's cool. That's cool. I never thought of doing that before. Look at this 3-pack of medium shield parts here. Almost looks like it's one big part in there. That's cool. So, and then thruster axis in here. So there's actually some pretty big thrusters on here. A lot of them are. I don't think we've seen too many from the outside. We've seen the forward thrusters, and then glass area going up into the hangar there. So along the front here, I like that feature there. That's actually done with those fancy tables and some other thing in there. Yeah, it looks really cool. It's got some, yeah, very nice accent to the hangar. Got that really cool looking logo over here too. And repair bay mounted in here already too. So yeah, you can bring in like an HV or SV right there, fix it, go back out. More shield parts on this side. Looks like over here we got a generator room, or a advanced generator. I think probably the same on the other side here too. Yeah, 2 advanced generators. Hold on, let me just see if the back area here is pretty much the same as the other side. I think it is, yeah, just a thruster access area. Medium shield part rooms. So that would be 6 medium shield parts. I think that's maxing out the medium shield parts. We also seen some small shield parts in here. So armor repair and armor locker on the one side there. We got some blast doors in the wall here too. Oh, okay, storage controller or ammo controller back in there. Looks like another one on the other side there too. And then both sides are pointing to like the medical symbol here. So I assume we're going to a medical bay. A little bit of a walk there. There it is. Oh, look at this. This is quite the medical bay. Very brightly lit. Cool look at a lot of texture lights in the area here. But yeah, definitely can see. So we got all that specialized medical equipment, and looks like over here we got probably the shower and medical bay, and then this is probably going to loop around to the other side, back around. So that's an interesting way to get to the medical bay. Both these areas go to the same area. I was kind of curious if there's 2 medical bays or just one, but that's an interesting way to set that up. So then we got the center area here too. So we got a shower. Yeah, some more medical stuff. Okay, so this is front access door. So another boarding ramp goes into some utility. All right, so let's get to the main elevator here and go up to... Looks like we're all the way up here. I didn't see any other in-between floors here. Oh, wow. Oh, production room. Nice. I like to see production rooms for some reason. Just cool. I know this is kind of like a combat ship, but I was kind of curious if it did more than just combat. Kind of looks like it does here. A lot of stuff in the area. You got I think that's a deconstructor down in there, and a couple small constructors, advanced constructor. They're all just turned different directions, so you gotta kind of identify them a little bit there. And in here, we've got our core room. So our main core, and it looks like our other additional CPU cores all throughout the area here. Quite a few of them. And the ventilator back over there. So yeah, it definitely looks cool. I like the again, I like the color and the look of it too. It's kind of got that elegant, I don't know, elegant look to it, I would say. That's the way we came up. And then we're right into the bridge. It looks like, oh wait, actually, quick access to the outside. Yeah, we've seen that from the outside. So quick access into the bridge right here. A couple of passenger seats, our pilot seats. Heads up display there. Anti-shield weapon. So yeah, we gotta check out the P menu options here too. But yeah, it looks like it's right to the point. Definitely say this is oh, this is cool. Logbook. I definitely say it's a combat CV. Pretty hardcore combat CV actually. A lot of firepower on this thing. Just checking out all the these. That's cool. Just little touches like that. It's just neat to see when you're walking through these builds here. Yeah, definitely a stealthy look. Definitely a stealthy look too. Oh, at night too. It kind of lights up a little bit there. Kind of. I don't know. I think it's just some bleed through from some of the interior lights, but that does look pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 6, 39 forward, 28 strafing, 48 lift, 39 reverse, and 16 down. Got 16 fuel tanks, 36 oxygen tanks. A whole lot of weapons on here. We got some of the modulated ones and the duals over here. We do have swarm missiles, which are the heavies. Yeah. Oh, it's even got a couple laser drill modules on it. Interesting. So it can do some drilling. We'll have to look for those. 17-hour and 52-minute build time. It is using a lot of stuff. Quantum processors, animator converters. It might be what kind of thrusters are on here. Large auxiliary core, robotics. Yeah, robotics. That was something I was trying to acquire last playthrough, and I never did figure out where to get those at. I heard there was some shop somewhere you had to go to get the robotics. So, but I don't think I came across any from loot or anything like that. CPU set at 1.58 million. So it is balanced CPU on here. It is pretty high CPU, but it is balanced. So here, let me sort that real quick. So it is a Core 17 build here. So running your main core plus 4 quantums, 4 auxiliary cores. Stock shield, 131,766. Big shield on here. A lot of P menu options for everything. Okay, so laser drills are deployed. We got VS hull weapons, a lot of weapon management power options in here. Oh yeah, that's right. This does have drone bays on it too. I didn't see those. Walking through the interior, you didn't actually have. It's a pretty big ship, and I didn't see a whole heck of a lot of interior area. But I gotta assume it's actually got 4 of these generators, and then we only seen the ones towards the one side there. Here they are. Here's the drone bays. Okay, so it looks like you got 4 drone bays. I think that's part limits on those, and it's got 6 of the drone launch bays over here, which are really cool how the author set those up. If that works, that's a cool way to do it. Kind of keep those kind of protected a little bit under some ramps and things like that. That's very, very cool. All right, let's take a look at your storage. So we got an in, harvest in, and production out of both 320s. Then we've got, it looks like 4 ammo bays. Looks like they're all 320s. And that beyond that, a couple fridges. So yeah, again, very much to the point on blowing everything up. Which very, very cool. Stealthy looking combat CV. Really cool look and appearance to it. Again, that just looks cool. Just the block work, the shaping. It kind of has a bit of that sports car look to it. You know, like a high-end exotic sports car, especially on the backside here too. And even like the symbol or the logo there. That is very, very cool. So again, this is the Zar Spartan by Zar QC. Very, very cool build. Definitely like that. All right, so next one here, we got a littler one. It's still kind of a big one for an SV here. This is the VT6 Condor by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Now, this is a bit of a update from a previous ship. This is going into basically making it compatible with Reforged Eden 2. So I think we have seen this build before. This is just again an update to it. It's a very, very cool build as well here. Just checking out this inside area. Oh, that's wild. These are a bunch of force fields in there that are doing a cool looking effect there. So yeah, like a collection area in the front here. It is a cool looking build. I definitely like the industrial look to it, and all the kind of yellow and I don't know, construction color set up on here. Got the pipes all over the place going in here and there, and then you've got this this kind of bridge section back over here. Again, that looks kind of industrial too, with the glass kind of inverted or not sloping in, but the other direction. Very cool feature there. Thruster pod at the back. Cool look at a roundy block thing there. Little pipe connection. That's cool. It's using fairly small thrusters on here, at least most of them. I guess the forward thrusters are pretty decent sized. And we got a hanger. So it's a SV that does have a hanger in there too. Come to think of it, I'm like not 100% sure I've seen this ship before. I've looked at a lot of builds though, and it's possible that I did see it before, but at the same time, it's kind of fresh and new to me as well. Some of these features I just don't remember. I usually would remember certain aspects of it, but I could be wrong there too. But one interesting thing about these thruster pods is they do look like they would swivel. There's like a swivel mount right there. I love that cut in on the top side there too, with the half blocks there, kind of going around the darker area on the inside. Again, it looks like armor plating, or well, construction plating in this case. Yeah, very cool looking build. It's actually pretty big for an SV too. Yeah, nice. So yeah, up here, God, this certainly looks like it would be a landing pad. Probably is. I would land something there. I was looking for like an access door up here. I keep on thinking like there should be a door or something to get you in there. I don't know. Maybe it's not marked off as a landing pad either. It's just a flat area. Any area that's have flat areas you can land stuff on in game. All right. So here, I'm gonna get out of God mode. Let's adjust the lights here a second. So about there. I do love larger SV interiors. You get the detail of the smaller blocks, so you can do so much more in the same area, which is really cool. I like this too, an industrial looking hanger here. It's a little, obviously it's using grays and like dark grays instead of the yellow outside construction material color. But yeah, it looks cool. I like the caution symbols there and stuff like that. Got a O2 Wi-Fi. Bunch of oxygen tanks in there. And oh, look at that. Hold on. Yeah, it's a SV. You gotta look for these kinds of things. Got this walkway that get up into this upper level here. It's one part with an SV that always will screw you up is there's no ladders, there's no elevators, there's no staircases. There's no parts to really make an SV like multiple levels. Without using just good old traditional like your ramp blocks, your wedge blocks to make up for staircases and things like that. So up here it looks like we got a chill out place. This is usually like a bed And then over here we've got a couple fridges and a food processor in there. And, oh, wow. Oh, look at this. It goes up another level up to the bridge here. Yeah, it's so weird, you know, because it's like the size of a CV, but it's a SV, and it's just that quarter block scale. Just, yeah, it's pretty neat. You can do so much detail this way and add in different things. But staircases are always a nightmare. And the author actually handled that really well. Kind of asymmetrically did this single block wide ramps to get up to the upper levels there. We got one more room, going down kind of a level here to the basement. So we got our warp drive in here, fuel, CPU blocks, main core, all kinds of stuff in the area here. Quite a few CPU blocks, detector. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, that is the whole interior. I know I felt like I was going to be walking around in here for quite a while. But yeah, it's like deceiving because you kind of get in your mind that this is like a CV and what it's not. it's an SV. So with the SV, obviously it does some drilling and stuff too. Let me get the lights back on. So yeah, well, I think that's kind of what it's about. Is a generally a miner. Yeah. So we got 4 laser drills on the front with our spotlights to back those up. Kind of curious if it had any like multi-turrets. I think this is not a multi-turret. Well, we'll look at the loadout here. So anyway, unlock level 25, size class 4, 34 and 17 strafing, 41 lift, 27 reverse, 27 down, 28 fuel tanks, 3 oxygen tanks. A lot of fuel on this one. You do have the 2 laser drills and 2 industrial multi-tools. So that's for salvaging and obviously mining. And then it does have 3 Gatling turrets for drone defense, a couple laser cannons for when some ground guys or something piss you off, and a detector. It's using 1 quantum processor, 3-hour, 19-minute build time. Yeah, some antimatter converters. Again, these are parts you can buy or loot from various POIs and things like that. Only 1 quantum processor involved in this, which is not so bad. Set to only about 24,500. And it's, yeah, using all that CPU there. Curious what this... Oh, so it's only a Core 8. So the quantum processor is probably used for something else. Not for CPU blocks. But for some other part on the ship there. Check out the, got a jump drive in there. Or basically our warp drive. Let's take a look at it. Shield, stock shield on here, 10,238. And storage. So we got, looks like an ammo controller at 3373. And let's see, we got a container there just under 4K. Harvest controller at 32K. So that's its big controller. 32K is like... Oh, actually you can go to 64. So this is like a 320K if it was a CV. Then we got a protection tank and a box in there. 2 fridges actually. So yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, the way this is set up is on the front here, and one of these has got to be a laser, and the other one is a multi-tool. So salvaging and drilling or mining, and you could mine on the surface with this as well. But maybe it's probably set up more for asteroids. I don't know. I guess it depends on your mining, how you're doing it. But yeah, really, really cool build here again. And this is the VT6 Condor by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Very nice. Very nice. So I'll update to the vanilla version for Reforging 2. All right, so the next build here. This is the Bubble Ship Starter by Woosaba. And Bubble Ship. So this is the Bubble Ship. Oh yeah, it's definitely Bubble Ship. Very interesting. Look at the colors on the sides here. That is a pretty crazy looking color scheme that I kind of dig. Actually, it's very, very unique. And then it's got the the bumblebee inside color, or the construction color. But these outer pieces here are these, yeah, some colors like you just don't see ever. And it's cool. It's like this is kind of like a dark toned down reddish orangish color. A lot of rust, and dirt all over the place on the red areas. It's actually like part of its look there. We got our bridge right up there. Got a looks like a 3-pack of turrets right on the top there. Very unusual looking setup here. Just, yeah, all the thrusters are kind of these weird, yeah, bubbly, roundy thrusters. They almost look like they'd kind of VTOL around, at least some of them. Well, maybe. Like some of these side ones look like they could like turn one direction or another. But yeah, very unique looking thruster setup there. Yeah, that's a pretty cool color scheme. I like that. Just something you don't see. And then on the, looks like we got a hangar on the back. Quite a few. They're all the little thrusters on here. It is a starter though. Right in the name of the ship. So, oh, another 3-pack of turrets down over here too. Plus a lot of spotlights on the front, or a couple on the front lower area. Yeah, it's almost like you got your main ship, and then all these other parts were like welded into place here. It's just very, very, very unique. Kind of a roundy top on it as well. That's cool. Kind of curious on its specs. Again, it's a starter ship, so not designed to be super expensive or anything like that. All right, so here, I'm going to get out of God mode here a little bit. Let's take a walk on the inside. Let's try the lights there and see if this is too dark or not. So looks like we got a hangar in here. Can fit some smaller stuff, a few smaller things. You don't have a lot of ceiling height in here, so only 2 blocks tall. So you gotta watch it there. But over here, looks like we got like production, excuse me, production alley here. So place for looks like 2 deconstructors, another advanced constructor. Has 1 advanced constructor and 2 small constructors in there. Well, maybe this is a large constructor. I think this is a large. It is. It is. Yep. If you're dealing with the starter CVs and you're using advanced constructors, they require some things, and also higher player unlock level and things like that you usually kind of make those questionable if you're going to put them on the starter CV or not. You can. It depends how you're setting up that starter CV. But yeah, there we are. Oh, that's an interesting kind of a jump elevator there. So it looks like beyond that, it goes right straight to the bridge. Nice view there, and your CPU core blocks are right behind. The pilot seat got a quick entry into the bridge area, which is very, very helpful in game, especially in those emergency situations. Got a warp drive, or like basically an engineering room over here. So we got a 1x3 generator, or warp drive. We'll see what one that is. Detector in there. Looks like we have a compact shield. Couple storage controllers. Wi-Fi. Let's see if there's another. Okay, so it kind of loops around to the other side of the room over here too. So, and obviously a lot of extra room in here for whatever you need to put in the ship to upgrade it as you're going through the game and everything like that. So, yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Right to the point here. So, hangar, production. Doesn't look like it's dealing with farms. It does warp. Let me get the lights back on it. It's really dark and foggy now, too. Alright, maybe not. Alright, well, anyway, let's look at some numbers here. Well, hold on. One last thing I wanted to check out is the underside a little bit. See if there's anything crazy going on down there. Does not look like it. So I don't see any like. I think your way in the ship would be through the hangar door. I do like these side little I don't know, balconies and things like that. Or you come in through the top right over here. Should probably be really convenient when you're in space with it. All right, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 15, size class 2. So starter unlock level there. 44, 24 strafing, 32 lift, 32 reverse, and 32 down. 7 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Got 6 Gatling turrets and a detector. 2 hour and 13-minute build time only. That's cool. A couple bridges and some sathium. Yeah, that's definitely starter CP resources there. Set to so this got to be probably a core 2. So set to 235,000. It's using 200,000 and 325. It's almost like I think if I was the author, I would have left that basic CPU core out and just spent 325 over. I don't think that would have caused any problems at all. It would have reduced the resource costs a little bit in here, where you wouldn't need these bridges. Which the bridges do require gold to build those bridges. So that, just keep that in mind if you're trying to like get this going, like super early game, starter planet, things like that. Because of the bridges, you do need gold for that, and that is a little harder to acquire early game. So again, but it's like it's balanced to 200,000, which is should be the core 1 CPU and reforging 2 here. So anyway, let me just check out a couple things here a second. So definitely core 2. It's got that 1 basic in there, which requires those bridges. Warp drive is the 30 light year warp drive. Did have a combat shield on it, so 6,034 for our shield strength. And let's check out your storage. So we got an ammo. Wow, big ammo bay on here. 320k ammo. I got 304, 544, and another 304. So yeah, over a million storage basically. Did I get that right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So yeah, between 320 there and 2 near 320s, and then 544. So yeah, good amount of storage on here as well. So yeah, very, very cool. Again, this is the Bubble Ship starter by Wasuba, or starter V1 by Wasuba. So very, very cool build here. Do the job just fine. You can move a lot of product around with you too. A lot of resources and things like that. Product. Product. Different name for that. All right, so the next build here, let me get this powered up. This is the Halo Archon, if I said that right. Acheron, by Mabdino. So well, this is wild looking. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm really digging that roundy ring thing in there, and pretty interesting color scheme going on here too. It's actually using this got to be a lot of Xeno up front here, so this is definitely a combat ship. Interesting effect with that. That looks cool from a little bit of a distance too. I never thought about using that Xeno texture like that, but you know, when you're up close, you see all the little characters and symbols and stuff. But from a distance, that all blends in and looks like kind of a cool looking splattery texture there. Interesting. And oh yeah, that ring going through the front there, that looks wild too. Look at the back part. So the whole thing's kind of like a arrowhead kind of wedge design here with the ring. A whole lot of guns. Quite a few launchers, quite a few turrets. Looks like, oh, check that out at the back. Long range radar array over there. Looks like an interesting strafing thrust going on, pointing on the inside over here. And this could be a potential location for a thruster upgrade there. Maybe we'll check that out. But holy smokes, you got guns on the bottom too. Yeah, this is definitely a combat ship, and I already know any texture with that on there is Xeno. So that's, yeah, Xeno there and there. That's so interesting the way the author went with that texture to make it kind of work with the build design, and it does look cool from a distance. If you look at it, you know, close up, it's still not bad. It's just I've never seen that done like that before, and that is a pretty cool look. Combine that with the other supporting texture lights on the edges of the blocks over here, and making up this whole decorative formation here. That is pretty wild. You got to fly into there. It's like a little star in here, fusion generator or something, and that's wild. So it almost looks like, okay, again, we're looking at a combat ship, so I got to fly in here anyway, part of the rules. So let me get out my thing here. So obviously quite a few Xeno blocks in there, and it looks like kind of a bunch of combat steel too in the area. Then we got a decoy laser cannon in here. Oh, this whole inside section is all set up to be all fancy too. Look at all the block work and the pipey stuff and stuff going on the inside here. It's like you'll never see it unless you're doing what I'm doing. But that's wild. Yeah, just all kinds of things for the AI to shoot at. And then way back over here, it's got a couple baby generators. And then it gets into this whole monstrosity. Oh, this is actually holding the main shield inside of it, surrounded by a layer of Xeno blocks. And then, oh, that's interesting. I got which way? Okay, we're going this way. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, then we got some storage off the side there. So, yeah, once you get to the ring, beyond the ring there, going on the front side, it looks like the interior of the ship's going to generally start. So the AI can just blast away this whole front area, and you'll still be fine. You'll lose your shield if you lose this, which they're gonna have to shoot through a lot of crap to get to that. So that is cool. That is cool. Looks like it would work out great. Yeah, generally a cool looking build here. I definitely like that. Yeah, nice. Interesting. Okay, one last thing I wanted to find out is if we got room for thrusters in here. It does look like it's set up to add some more thrusters in there, so that's cool. So you could double your forward thruster with just some more thruster parts without even upgrading the thrusters to other types if they're not already. So probably, I don't know. We'll find out later. Now, let me park here. Let's get aboard. Well, hold on. I got to look at the bottom side of this one too. Just want to see how the bottom section of the ring looked. Oh, look at that. It does have a first-person bridge. I didn't see it on the front here. But yeah, it's like tucked down below here. That's interesting. That looks pretty wild too. Kind of alien looking. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Do that again. We might have went a little dark here. We'll find out. Yeah, I'll bring up the lights just a little bit here. Now coming into the hangar area, pretty decent sized hangar. You got a yeah, I think it was one of those weird sized doors in there. That's cool. That's cool. So up here we've got 6 small shield parts. Looks like our pentaction tank, which is wild looking. How it's displayed here. Yeah, pentaction tank there. A couple cargo boxes in here. We got some side rooms going into looks like a deconstructor, and it goes that way too. Oh wow. Oh wow, a universal constructor and advanced constructor in here. Very cool. Very cool. And then over here we have some tubes going to looks like a storage controller. Oh wow, warp drive way off over here. That's a wild display for that too. So yeah, warp drive on that side. And we already know the shield's in the bubble in the front, so this side's got to be different. Yeah, and over here, look at all the utility in here too. We got fridge, food processor, armor locker, weapon locker, armor repair, another storage controller there, and this goes to a fusion reactor, small fusion reactor. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So in here we got a, it looks like a full medical bay. Yeah, a shower, toilet, I'm sure. Yep. You even got a fridge in here in case you're hungry while you're getting surgery. That's cool. So right to the point here, and oh, and then it goes right down. Oh, that's cool. Right down into this like lower bridge area, which has a access door right down there too. The main core right above you. So if this thing gets blown up, it'll take out the core, so the AI stops shooting at the ship. It's one of the things that I do on a lot of more recent builds is have the core close to the pilot seat. So if you get whacked when you're in combat by who knows what happens, maybe a drone flies, maybe a glitch, maybe you just get shot by the AI. It tends to take out the core with you, so then the AI loses all interest in attacking your ship when you're dead, and then you save your the rest of your ship. Basically, is the idea behind that. So yeah, very very cool build here, right to the point again. A lot of front armor, definitely a combat ship. Huge weapon loadout on it, and very cool look to it too. I've never seen Xeno texturing used this way before. And that looks cool. It looks really, really cool on this build with this whole artistic, or well, like artsy design to it. Definitely neat. Now, obviously, it had Halo in the name too, so this could be a ship from the Halo verse. I'm not familiar with it. I've seen quite a few Halo ships. I played the first 2 Halo games a long time ago, but I don't recall seeing this ship in it. But there's been a lot more Halo games and shows and all kinds of things since then. So unlock level 25, size class 4, 41 forward, 41 strafing, 41 lift, 35 reverse, and 41 down. Got 8 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Again, a big barrage of weapons on here. Even got some sentry guns in there. A mix between turrets and quite a few manual fire weapons, like these 8-pack of dual plasma cannons here. Yep, very cool. 10-hour and 48-minute build time. Using 4 quantum processors, which suggests that this is only a Core 9. It is using a large auxiliary CPU core, though. So maybe a Core 9 Plus. Let's take a look. So set to, yeah, it is above a standard 900,000 Core 9. So it's going to a little bit over 1 million. And it's balanced right up into there too. So it looks like it's translating to a Core 11. Okay, so Core 9 setup plus these 2, which obviously do not use quantum processors for them. Interesting. I didn't even know that. Stock shield on here, 71,057. Quite a few P menu options, especially for weapon shooting groups, but tool turrets, all kinds of different options in there, and power management options as well for constructors and deconstructors and all that kind of fun stuff. Storage wise, looks like we got 2 640 cargo cargo bays there. We got a deconstructor in, which is, I think that's a box. 320K ammo bay. Nicely sorted and labeled on all this too, and I think the rest of these are sort boxes. Yeah, loot A, spare parts. So your main 2, and then your ammo bay. Those are your 3 controllers in there. So a good amount of storage too. The 2 640s are awfully nice to have. Is this the real one? I think it is. Yeah, that's the real one. A real long range radar in here stock too. One last thing, I just want to see what warp drive it has. Advanced warp drive, so 60 light year warp drive in there. So yeah, it's really set up to go. Again, I guess I gotta figure out what these auxiliary cores are for, but just seeing that it only uses 2 quantum processors led me to believe it was a, 4 quantum processors led me to believe it was a Core 9, when it's not, it's Core 11. So that's interesting. But it needs 2 of these. So whatever. I've never acquired one of these in game. So I got to make that a goal sometime to try to figure out how to actually get one of those large auxiliary cores. Probably got to do a lot of stuff for that, I bet. But yeah, very, very cool build. Again, this is the Halo Archon by Mab Deno. Very, very cool. All right, so the next build here. This is looks like a kind of looks like a replica to me. This is the MCI Vanguard RE2 Star Citizen or SC by Niwi Alex M. So yeah, Star Citizen replica. I do remember seeing this ship, and actually there's a few variants of this. That looks really, really cool. That looks it's a complicated ship to try to pull off with Empyrion blocks, because you know how Star Citizen ships are. They've got a lot of angles and things you just cannot do very well with Empyrion blocks. But the author did really good on this. This looks great. Wow, look at this. Look at this tricky cockpit area here. Oh, there's actually like a real seat in there. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is an SV. That's wild. That's wild. I'm just looking at this, and it almost looks like it was that prefab cockpit, but it's not. It's all glass around there, and just crazy cool-looking block work. Definitely like this front cannon down over here, too. That looks really cool, mounted there. And then the reverse thrust, that's wild. Look at on the inside there. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Yeah, like a big jet turbine set up there. That's cool. And the roundy blocks all the way along the front there, making a perfect circle for Empyrion blocks. Done kind of interesting, even how that's set up. That's cool. Yeah, I like the landing gear setup. The wings are all made out of blocks too. Oh, look at that. It even has like the flaps over here. Oh, that's cool. It almost looks like they would like go up and down there. Oh, that's neat. That's intricate. The author was really trying to like do this right. I mean, this is nice. Look at the complexity back over here too. I mean, this is a pretty cool looking Star Citizen ship. Oh, I love that too. Look at that, the angle thruster. This is, oh wow, that's like a big optical illusion. It looks really good, like there is like the real like thruster back there, but look at what is actually going on in here. It's all an illusion. Oh, so cool. That's wild. That's neat. God, I got to study this more. How did the author even do this? What am I looking at? Such a trip. Wow. You know, I just, like, another part, like, if this was, like, straight up and down, I could see how these lines were made, but being at a 22.5 degree angle like it is, that's just wild. That is really, really wild. That's got to be like, I mean, the best looking mock-up thrusters I think I've ever seen. That is cool. It defies all reason, knowing the blocks in the game and how this game works. It just, yeah, what's going on in there, it's almost like the whole part was put on a hinge and it was turned 22.5 degrees to one side. But even the wing parts here are the angled ones. What a trip. Wow. Okay. That's I've never seen anything quite like that before. That is really seriously thinking out of the box. I'm digging that. That is, Let's... And look what this is actually... I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time getting over that part there. That is really, really cool. So, yeah, this thing is nice. So, I don't know if you could do a better job on doing a replica of this ship with Empyrion. I think this is, like, pretty much hitting it. Wow. I gotta look at those one more time. That's just so cool. All right. Moving on over this. Let's look at some other features here, like this killer-looking turret here. Oh, that's really cool to see too. It looks like it kind of like pops up out of the hull, and it's got like the double cannon thing going on there. That is really cool. And the other ones are down in here. So it actually, yeah, it does have some real turrets. The strafing thrusters are here. We don't exactly know where the forward thrust is. It's probably tucked in there somewhere. Don't really care because that looks way cooler. Yeah, that's neat. Is this a door? Oh, there's a door. There is a door, but it wasn't where I was looking. All right, hold on. It's a little dark on the bottom side. Got some lines and stuff back there. All right, here, I'll turn off my light, and we will lower the lighting down. So we got the interior to check out, too. Again, those thrusters. Like, that's wild. All right. Low ceiling. Oh, it says that, too. Low ceiling. Then I hit crouch. Nice. Oh, this looks all... Look at that. We got some wiring and stuff in here. We got the exit ramp switch device there. Oh, it's all super detailed on the inside. There's a warp drive, I'm thinking we're seeing up above here. Yeah, look at all the craziness just going on back there. There's like wires going two different directions over all the other stuff. That's an extreme amount of detail over there. Hold on. I gotta get a little closer to that. Oh, that's actually a landing gear in there. I was, again, trying to figure out what the heck I was looking at. And how was it done? That's a big factor of it, too. How was it done? Always good to know. So over here, we've got some other doors. So it looks like some extra cargo area. Oh, keep closed. Oh, I like the LCDs there too. Port repair access. So over here, oh, clone chamber. Got little doors there. There's just stuff everywhere. Man, this is like such a dinky little room, but so much to look at. It's pretty wild. So CPU core blocks on the other side. Hold on. I think that's a switch there. Let me get my HUD on a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that just opens that up to the whole door and everything back there. That's cool. Had to hit it. All right. Moving on. Yeah. That's like, this is wild. So over here we got a pilot seat, and we got a trauma station back over there. And just all kinds of little details and intricacies and little LCDs, torpedo launcher, closed, keep closed stuff, box. We got a passenger seat over there. O2. Looks like a... Oh, that's even wild. The blocks going around that area. So, we got a door to go in from the... access from the top of the ship. Oh, that's what that is. Those are doors in front of, like, beds in there. Oh, that's cool. Nice arrangement on that, too. We got a couple armor lockers, a couple boxes on that side. Food processor, a couple fridges. Constructor. More CPU core blocks. I don't even know. What is that? Torpedo launcher. Repair access. Storage controller on the ceiling. Oh, the author really took a lot of love and care on this one. Oh, look at this. And notice this really cool looking, I don't even know what that is, but that looks cool. The blockwork there. It's, gosh darn. Whew. And then finally getting into the bridge area. So you got system compartment, keep closed. Oh, there's a... Oh, that's an LCD. Oh, sorry, I just screwed up your LCD there. There's just a blackout LCD. Look, keep it. Ah! Whatever. We can add text. So we can add notes there. So, yeah, it's actually... just trying to keep closed. So I don't... Oh, it's talking about these doors. So we got, yeah, shield parts in there. Then finally getting up into the cockpit itself. Wow. That was a little access door on the bottom, too. Look at the caution thing. It's kind of like sitting up a block. And look at that cool looking console display there, too. Oh, I like that. I like that. Sorry, I screwed up your LCDs. That's cool. You can leave notes here, too. Like, I always forget things. Like, I keep forgetting to do that when I build ships, too. I need to add, like, a notes info board for, so, like, you remember things like, hey, I need gold, or I need this, or there is a Polaris station at this particular sector, or something like, whatever, you know, whatever notes you want in gameplay. So, yeah, this is a wild, wild build here. Super, super elaborately detailed. A hard ship to pull off in Empyrion blocks, without a doubt. And some of the things that I thought would be impossible, such as doing these thrusters, the author found a way. And what a wild way that is. But it works. And that is so, so cool. All right. So, yeah, this is a neat one. This is a neat one. All right, let's look at the numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 5, 65 forward, 32 strafing, 34 lift, 23 reverse, and 23 down. 14 fuel tanks, 5 oxygen tanks. Does have a good amount of guns on it. Torpedo launchers, EMP bomb launchers, probably its main thing. It's a bomber. Torpedoes and bombs. Vulcan cannons. 5 hour and 8 minute build time. I do expect this to be fairly expensive due to the weaponry and stuff on it. Yeah, quantum processors 50, upgrade kits, some stuff. You're going to need stuff for it. It's going to translate to a pretty high core value. 55,000. I do think, like in the game, you can build a pretty well-equipped combat CV and keep it core 9. I mean, you can go beyond that for sure, but you can have a pretty good functioning combat CV or something like that, or CV, depending on what it's doing at core 9. SV, like, no, not even close. It's like I don't know. I still feel SV parts, especially with weaponry and stuff, are just too expensive versus the core ratio. It just seems like every SV, if you have it, you know, reasonably equipped like you would like maybe a core 9 CV, the SV is going to have to be a core 17 to pull that off. That's generally how it feels to me. Here, let me sort this. So obviously core 17. Yeah. So 4 quantums, 4 auxiliary cores in there, plus our core 9 setup. Stock shield on here, 34,279. Pretty good for an SV. Oh, storage. Like, I want to look at those thrusters again. I don't care about the storage. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There we are. So we got, an advanced pentaxid tank. So we got an ammo control at 13K and another one at 32K. That's it can hold a lot of ammo. A lot of SB ammo there. And then some sort boxes and things like that with fridge in the mix. So, Yeah, really nice work here. Really nice work here. This is the MCI Vanguard RE2 Star Citizen by Niwi LXM. Yeah, pretty epic. Pretty epic. This has to be one of the most advanced things I've ever seen done on a build. Those thrusters with the texture lights at the angles, the way you pulled that off. Yeah, it's really had to study that to figure out how it was done. And that is really thinking out of the box. So yeah, very, very cool build there. All right. So off to the next one here. We got this one's already on. I must have never turned it off. So this is the WM-17 Recruit Class Civ Exosphere Assault Ship by Wimpman. So that's a new author, I believe, to me. It's got quite the name here. Name ship here. Okay. Look at that. We got a nameplate, license plate up over here. Yeah, it's got the full name there. Oh, this is wild. It's like a bunch of glass there. It kind of looks like part of the hull, but it's actually a lot of glass. I think our bridge is tucked in there. Yeah, I think I see a pilot seat in there. This is a really wild looking design here too. Oh, look at the landing gear set up. It's got like huge amounts of landing gear on the bottom. Like it's designed to carry a lot of stuff. It's got these side landing gear pieces here too. This is wild. Unusual look too. Don't see too many builds ever use this texture. This texture only works on a 22.5 degree angle. Like if you try to paint it on a straight edge, it doesn't line up. Like between all the things, it doesn't line up. But it does work at a 22.5 degree angle. Why that is, I don't know. But it's just the way that one works. So you can name your ship over there too. This is a really wild design, very detailed. A lot of stuff going on in there. Oh wow, the inside looks much brighter than the exterior. This looks like a turret mount or something up in there. Thrusters, yeah, a different shape there, but definitely looks like it's meant to have some thrusters in there. Only got some red texture lights in here too. Holy smokes, what is all this stuff going on? Okay, so yeah, a lot of decals and things going on in there. Just a lot of stuff. We got some side door entry ramps. You can name your ship in a lot of different locations here. These have got to be like the turret mounts. Another one there. It's pretty wild. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on here. Got the ship name back there. Again, another location for like a turret, potentially. But yeah, really, really wild looking design here. You can tell when I'm looking at the other stuff, the screen starts chopping. Sorry about that. I know a comment in the past video was like, my frame rate was dropping a lot, and I'm trying to run this at such low settings, except for the shadows. I like to try to keep those on with the lighting so I can show things properly. But yeah, other than that, it's like I can't really lower any more settings now in the game. It just if there's a bunch of creations all at once in one area, it tends to run pretty choppy there. So this really lights up. Holy smokes inside here. So I'm gonna get out of God mode a second and lower down on the lights a little bit. So it definitely has some good lighting on the inside here. Trippy lighting. So you got a pretty good size hangar in here. I got some glass side panels. Looks like an overlook over there. Oh wow! Look at this is like a transport ship, a troop transport. I think. Look at all the people you can put in here. A lot of passenger seats, like what, 18 passenger seats in this room, plus all the armor lockers for like everybody to go on like some kind of I don't know, invasion campaign or something. I'm not sure. Military operations. So over here we've got a green room. It's green. It's got O2. It's got double O2. Little side. Oh yeah, these are the side ramps come in this way. So the invading forces can run out that way. See if there's anybody below you. Breathe air. Oh my goodness! Look at that. We've got another 18. Wow, so that would be like 32 passenger seats. So definitely a troop transport. Another whole row of armor lockers in there. Glass floor in this section. What we got up in here? Okay, now we got our medical equipment. So med bay, armor repair, some storage boxes. This is probably our shower and toilet, or double toilets over there. And then again, a lot of crew, a lot of people moving around here. Got an elevator there, fridge and food processor box there. Up into the bridge. Oh, we got more. Oh, that's a glass wall. Let's go through this way. So your armor locker. Looks like another 4 passenger seats on the bottom. And we climb up into the this area, and we got a double pilot seat up over here. Cool looking LCDs there. So yeah, this is like a troop transport build. Didn't expect that. I didn't know what I didn't know what it was going to be. But definitely, I would say, especially the way it's designed on the interior with all the compartments and all the passengers it can carry, definitely a troop transport. Let's go upstairs here. Oh wow! So we got a room above the bridge. This looks like our, I was going to say CPU core room, but I don't see any CPU cores in here. What's in there? Detector. Oh, it's a detector actually visible from the front there, so it's got kind of like, oh, that's cool. The storage controllers. That's just a console there. Yeah, let's go the other way. Oh, wow. There's a lot more ship here. So we got some more armor repairs. An oxygen rig. That's a cool oxygen display. Kind of like, yeah, I dig that. This whole area looks really, really cool inside here, the engineering area. So here's all our CPU cores. Another oxygen rig there. Fuel setup. Like all the railings around the fuel tanks. Carbon taxid. That's got its own thing too. That looks really cool. And our main shield is right over here. So our shield room. Oh wow, there's a lot up here. Generators. What's the so probably the 1x3s. Yeah. Is that a real repair console? It is. So it's got a repair bay. Oh yeah, it does have a repair bay right down there, and you can. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can overlook over here, seeing what's being repaired down in the hangar there. Just walk around the other side, see if it's the same. Yeah, generators. Yeah, a lot of. I like all the details going on in here. Oh yeah, the warp drive area, and then yeah, that lights up. That's cool how it lights up. Look how dark it is without the lights. You'd have no idea what's going on. Yeah, really, really cool. Really cool. Take the double deck. Yeah, the upstairs is actually pretty significant on this build. So yeah, very, very cool design. Interesting. You definitely you can name your ship. So it's obviously not meant to be using the big long name it's got. Stock. You can put in your own name there, but it does start with an ISV. Spotlights on the front. A lot of little intricate, little hidden details all over the place. Or not necessarily hidden, but you know, stuff to see. All right. Yeah, more another turret position over there. So quite a few locations to add some turrets to it as well. So overall, it doesn't look terribly expensive CPU-wise. And it's not. Only unlock level 20, not 25. Size class 6. Hold on. I don't have thrusters on. Let's get the guns. It does have out too. Alright, so... You know, when I was looking at this, it looked like it was missing some thrusters back here. And it is. It is missing some thrusters back there. It doesn't go forward. I don't know why that is. I really don't know why that is. Yeah, it doesn't have any forward thrust on it. But it's got a place for them. I don't know why they didn't show up. I don't think I've seen that happen before, unless I got this wrong and it was for vanilla, and I'm showing an RE, and for some reason it had a problem with the thrusters, so it stripped them off. But I don't know. I don't know on that one. Let's see what the CPU's doing here. Okay, CPU set to 340,000. See, that's a RE. Hold on. Maybe I did. Oh wow, look at this. This is all sorted too. Am I going to screw it by doing this? Yeah. So right now it's a Core 3. I think this was meant to be shown in vanilla. I think I screwed this up. I'm not sure though. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I didn't really see any RE parts in it. So I apologize to the author for that. And that's probably why the obvious thrusters are missing here. I didn't think it was that. It's just, yeah, sorry about that. So a lot of the specs we're looking at for motion are going to be incorrect if this is truly vanilla. And honestly, I'm not seeing any RE2 parts on it. So it very well could be for vanilla, and I'm just showing it in the wrong version of the game. I apologize again for that. That's probably why it's missing its thrusters in the back too. So all these stats, at least double them and add a whole lot more for forward thrust. 16 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. It does have the 6 light Gatling turrets, 8 sentry guns, detector, and a retractable light Gatling light cannon turret. 6 hour and 24 minute build time. Again, a lot of things would fluctuate if I'm showing it in the wrong version of the game. The resource count, which is actually pretty light. It's not really needing anything special in here either. And the CPU is set with 2 improved cores, which would probably translate to a tier 3 for vanilla, which would balance out that CPU probably at 500,000. I think that's how vanilla does it. I forget, or maybe it's 1.5 million. I forget at tier 3, but I think that's what it's for, and that's for some reason that's probably why the thrusters are missing too for forward. So yeah, a lot of options in here too for device groups. For wow, a lot of it. Yeah, landing floodlights, production repair, artificial gravity, air vents. So just a lot of stuff. Close hatches, headlights, deploy units, flight strobes. Let's turn that on. Nav lights, max lift. Oh, so it's got like, oh, wait a minute. Just yeah, that's really wild. A lot of intricacies in here. Take a look at its storage. You gotta feel guilty that I'm looking at it in the wrong version of the game here. So IL ship name here. Oh, it's even got that set on the main name there. But look at this. This is all like sorted out too. I already screwed up the stuff on the other one there. So I'm looking at some boxes right now. Here's some controllers, some 248 8K controllers there. It looks like just a lot of boxes. Just the 248K bays. Just wondering if, not necessarily seeing ammo in here though. Unless some of these are for ammo. I don't know. I'm not really seeing that ammo. Oh, never mind. The 248Ks are ammo. Sorry about that. yeah, so we've got basically 96K of ammo storage in here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Sorry I'm showing it in the wrong version of the game. I didn't realize it was a vanilla build. But that's cool. That's cool. So again, this is the WM-17 Recruit Class Civ Exosphere Assault Ship by Wimpman. So that's a new author to me too. So yeah, really, really cool. Really cool. I've been looking. I thought this was Reforged Eden 2. I apologize that I showed it Reforged Eden 2, and that's probably why the thrusters are missing and the CPU's imbalanced, and it'd probably be a whole lot faster in vanilla. Reforged Eden 2 has a way of making things a lot slower, I guess you could say. There's a lot of changes, a lot of differences. All right, so last build of the day here. This is also in new releases. So is this one, by the way. This is a new release ship. And this is the PL16 BAT Reforged Eden 2 by Ven D. Veendii. So this looks like a pretty exotic, like alien fighter. Really cool looking blockwork going on in it. And really wild designs going on in here too. We got some old school wing parts. You can kind of see by these weird angles going on in there. Definitely looks like a fighter. Whole lot of fixed weaponry on it. Our pilot seat right over here. Well, spotlights back there. It's got this, yeah, again, that kind of wild looking alien look to it. Got some outer mount fuel tanks way over on the sides over here. And right next to, what are those? Oh, those are shield charges. Why does that look so different? I guess, maybe not. Maybe it's just how it's like blended in with the hull, but that looks really cool. Yeah, a lot of those parts look really neat if you can display them. We normally bury them inside compartments in a ship or something like that, but that looks really cool when you can actually see them out there. Of course, if the AI shoots you here, it's going to cause an explosion in the area right there. But that's only if your shield's down and they manage to blow the fuel tank up. But we do have, looks like some missiles. Got a Gatling gun down over here as well. This looks like it's kind of meant to hold something right there. I'm not sure. Maybe a upgrade option going on in there. Oh, this is reverse thrust right there. And it looks like more reverse thrust right down there. Yeah, the thrusters are, it's using mostly the little thrusters for strafing and things like that. Oh, we got another shield over there. Then the forward thrust are the bigger ones. It's got that set of 3 in the middle there. Really cool looking shape and design there. Again, very alien looking. Yeah, I dig the texture lights and the overall layout and things like that. I don't believe this has an interior. I'm looking though. Don't think it does. Well, that's one of them fancy detectors over there. Those better than regular detectors. It's interesting that some of these thrusters are like actually textured with like texture lights over them. Oh, and the rest of the shield parts are down here too. Maybe got some medium shield parts in here. So most of those are on the outside of the hull. Let's go fly through the walls here. So we got RCS, we got a warp drive in here. Looks like we're gonna have all the stuff. Oh, we got more reverse thrust too. So yeah, it's pretty tight. Storage controllers. Yeah, it's thick on the inside here. It's almost like maybe this is built out of combat steel too. Yeah, combat steel. Don't see that used too much this day and time anymore. I mean, but this is a combat SV, so yeah, if it moves. Now I'm kind of wondering. Well, I know I did read the name. I said it was for Reforged Eden 2. So yeah, very, very cool. I definitely like the shape and design of it. The color with the texture lights work really well for it too. Interesting wings and exoticness going on here with this build. It just really unusual looking in a cool way. Alien fighter type of thing. Definitely like that. A lot of firepower on here, too, and shielding. All right, let's take a look at the numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 1, 28 forward, 24 strafing, 32 lift, 28 reverse, and 35 down. Got 9 fuel tanks. Does not have any oxygen tanks. That would be, I would have an oxygen tank, at least one, on the build regardless. It doesn't really cost anything in CPU or take up much room. But that would, if you're flying around in hazardous environments, even in your prefab cockpit, it will provide air in there. Obviously, your suit can do that too, but your suit, runs out of oxygen after a while. Or if you had one air tank on here with the oxygen on, it would fill up your cockpit with air. So then you wouldn't use your suit oxygen, and you could have oxygen for a lot longer at a time. If you're flying in space or on a planet without oxygen and things like that. Just something to throw out there. Let's see. A lot of guns on here. It does have target painters, advanced detectors, rail guns. We got 8. Wow. So, what other thing about the way the game sets up, and I don't agree with how the game does your guns. One thing I've kind of learned myself too is, like, sir, you have 8 medium rail guns, and then you have 2 heavy rail guns, and they're both, manual fire weapons. The problem with this game is you can't fire them both at the same time because it doesn't have weapon groups, and that's the part that the game has always needed, but never has gotten. So basically, you can only fire your 2 heavies or your 8 mediums at one single time. You can't link them together to fire all those at the same time, and that is kind of problematic in how the game works. So generally speaking, if you're going to build like a combat CV that's dependent on fixed firing weapons, like, it's almost like you got to like pick one kind, or like I've seen other builds do 2 kinds where they might have like shield takedown weapons, and then they switch over to something that does a lot of hull damage. But if you have like 2 of the same type of weapons, like the 8 mediums and 2 heavies, unfortunately, it looks cool and everything, but you can only fire either these or those at one point in time, and switching between 8 mediums and 2 heavies. I would have to look at the numbers to see what's actually hits harder. You might actually get more damage out of the 8 mediums than actually using the 2 heavies, and therefore you wouldn't need the 2 heavies at all, or vice versa. So that's basically what I'm getting at to dial in the CPU, maximize your firepower. That having this setup of the 2 same kind of weapon doesn't do any good. Again, if the game had weapon groups, it would be totally cool. And that's really what the game needs. That would allow you a lot of weaponry options. But right now, you pretty much just got to like find one type you're going to primarily fire and stack just that type. And that's kind of about it. So let's take a look at the storage. I think I'm losing my voice. One sec. Okay, so we got an ammo controller, 2 ammo controllers, each at 6K each, which is actually pretty good for a SV. So yeah, plenty of ammo storage. Then we have a pentaxid tank on top of that. CPU wise, this one's set to 48,000, using 46,916 of that. That's going to translate to a Core 13. So yeah, it's got an advanced core plus 4 quantums plus our Core 9 setup. Like, for instance, to the author too, if you didn't have those 2 heavies on here, your CPU would go down some too. So you probably won't have to run it at a Core 13 to pull it off. Again, I don't agree with the SV CPU values very much in RE2. I think they don't seem to balance well versus like a Core 9 CV at all. So that's the thing there. All right, so we already looked at your storage and your guns. So anyway, very, very cool build though. I definitely like it. I was just trying to give you a couple little pointers there on the guns, although I think it looks really cool. This is probably like your heavies are here, and then you got your the other ones back over there, or maybe these are the heavies. Actually, these are probably the heavies, and the other 8 are around. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the way the game's set up, you can't you just can't fire them both at the same time because you can't add weapon groups. A feature that it really, really needs. So, like the 2-pack of the heavies are probably just kind of wasted away, sucking up CPU. You may actually do more damage with the 8 of these than you would with the 2 of those, is the whole point. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. But other than that, really, really cool build. And that is it for today. So, yeah, a lot of wild, cool builds. Both of these came from new releases. Both really, really cool. Love to see it. And just, yeah, some wild, a lot of combat CVs this time. So actually, yeah, a good number of them were all combat based for SVs as well. And then of course a couple like a starter CV and a SV like minor in the mix there too. But yeah, just a whole lot of focus on shooting up the bad guys. And this one's a troop transport more or less. So that's really wild too. So other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.